Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
First and 10.
A first down for the offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes. Nowhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the single back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time. On the move, he fires. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Anytime this guy has that much time to throw, you're not going to stop him from picking up the first down.
No, and he needs to go thank his offensive lineman right now. Thank you, big fellas, for keeping me upright. No pressure, could read the defense, make the strike, get the first down conversion.
Looking for room, it's Daniels. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll leave it with him. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Line is set on 3rd down. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. They want to run this quarterback. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
Now on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the shuffle.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing the turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right, you see that blocking and all the holes open up. That's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, and just push the defensive lineman back, got in the linebackers' laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Here's the give off the left side. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Bounds into the end zone for a touchdown.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Fast motion from the offense. The give from the gun. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. This quarterback, part of their running game. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Looking to go up top on first down. Getting some heat. Hit as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Looking for a gap. It's Thomas. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
Third down coming up.
Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete in the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. Timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They're going to give it to the wide receiver on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. Quarterback checking the play. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Moves away as he feels pressure. And it's a touchdown, puts 6 on the board. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. He didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped.
Down at the 15, and the offense will take over. 1st and 10.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. DB's right up on the receivers. Feeling some heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Trying to get to him. Open space at the 25. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. From the gun, the ground game. At midfield, he's got room. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got
a shot toward the end zone. Makes the catch and gets the score.
Touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more.
With the catch in the end zone.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. He's looking to throw. This time on target. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get the rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He finds his man. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50 burner. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. Gets behind the pads and slams into the end zone for the touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Coaches say, we can't play you if you don't do what you're coached to do. We also can't play you if you only do what you're coached to do. That was just a great instinctive play.
That's a lot of do's, so I don't know what to do. What do you want me to do? All I know is that guy's fast, and he continues to break tackles and make plays and scramble outside the pocket. He can do it all, so I don't know what to do.
And the offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The offense lining up for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to him. He'll try to do it himself. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
Bad news for the defense. They gave up a first down on a scramble. Good news, though, they got a lift on that quarterback. That is a dream shot for anybody on defense. So, yeah, you might have made a good play individually. Good job, bud. Attaboy. You might get a helmet sticker for that, but you're also going to be in the ice bath after the game.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Kept getting these past the marker. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback? There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
You just want to find a way to affect the QB, and the defense does a great job getting to the quarterback, hitting him as he throws the football. Not only does it make that throw bad, in the future now, the quarterback's taking a few hits and makes him a little bit more unsure of himself.
Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And what a good job by the pass rush, getting to the QB and putting the lick on him as he's throwing the football. That's what you want. It doesn't matter about sacks. You've got to get quarterback hits.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense gets to the quarterback. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
By the offense.
A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. They're bringing heat. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
They'll start the third quarter with the run. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
He unleashes a long one. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Wants to throw on second down. Got his man on the outside. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Still running at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Looking to move it through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
On second down, wants to throw it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He'll throw one to his right. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Pound it, pound it, pound it. I might not have that pretty run-pass ratio of 50-50, but if I can run the football like this consistently, if you're not going to do anything about it, you want to be a great offensive coordinator, keep calling the run.
Going up top on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
The give to the tailback. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass and make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Defense in press coverage. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Got enough space. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
After another clutch 3rd down conversion, it's 1st and goal. Quarterback keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
Now on the option. Now the pitch.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
The throw. He's got it, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23.
First and 10.
Offense getting set for first down. The option look. He'll toss it. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout by the offense.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Trying to beat the D deep. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. The back goes in motion. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bacon. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
Dances away to buy time. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And it's in there for a